Hey guys, so here's something that you don't get to see too often. We have a water cobra shedding its skin, and you can already see the eye caps have come out, and he has already started the process. But he is now looking to get some traction on the sides of the cage to be able to shed. Snake has been in shed for a while now, so it's good to see that he's getting there. I'll try to catch as much as I can to show you the process. Now he should be sufficiently hydrated. I have already watered him a few times, so it shouldn't be a problem to get a full shed, but unfortunately it seems like we won't be able to see much if he goes on to the edges like he's doing right now. Well, let's see what happens. So for people who are not very knowledgeable with snakes, snakes shed their skin to grow. So obviously all animals shed their skin to a degree. We humans, we also shed our skins. The dead skin cells rub off us. But snakes, they do it in a particular way that's always interesting. So a good shed for a snake is in one piece. They manage to get their entire skin out in one piece when they are properly hydrated. And they have to do this to be able to grow. And if they cannot shed for some reason, for example, if the weather conditions are too dry and the snake gets a stuck shed, the blood flow will be basically impacted, and it will have actually nasty circumstances for the animals. And as I mentioned, they even shed their eye caps. So if an eye cap or two gets stuck, the snake can basically become blind. So it's important to make sure that your snakes are having proper shed. Right now this little guy is, I think, resting a little bit. But he already got the head and the eyes out. And I find that's the hard part. When they get that done, they're usually alright afterwards. So again, he's using the edges of the cage to peel himself up. So again, unfortunately, you will not get to see the entire thing, but you can see the snake moving underneath the substrate. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is a water cobra. It's not a false water cobra from South America, but it's a water cobra from Africa, Congo to be exact. So from the Naja genus with the other cobras, and with quite a potent venom. These snakes are to be taken seriously, but when captive bred, they are also very docile. And I have to say, the year that I kept them, I have seen them hoot maybe once or twice. It's really cool to see them hooting, because it's really something that doesn't happen very often. Now today's problem is, apparently this guy will not let us see him much. Well, he actually moved to the other side and is visible now, and he's doing a good job with the shed. As you can see, big portion has already came out, and he's definitely gonna use that aluminum portion of the cage to get the shed out properly. Anyway, these guys are real cobras. They come from Africa, as I said. They normally are fish eaters, but I have switched them to mice, and in captivity they are eating mice and growing very nicely. And I recently moved them to their new cage, and they seem to enjoy living in this larger cage now, so it's all good. Alright, as you can see, he's still moving around to be able to get his shed. Now occasionally he stops to rest, and that's normal during this process. So the moss that I have in the cage is somewhat damp to get the humidity in order, so that these guys, as they are, lakeside dwellers, they need to have humidity in their cages, and getting the entire cage humid is a bit tough, so I have this mossy part which is always wet for them to utilize when they need. Right guys, we're back, and as you can see, a significant portion of the skin is already shed, and the snake is doing a great job. Of course, he stopped again when he saw me, so that's a little upsetting for filming at least. But I'm hoping that he will start again, maybe, if I just keep quiet. Yeah, there we go. So I will try to zoom in. This is really cool. As you can see, the skin on each scale slowly separates from the total. As the animal moves. And the almost entirely, the snake almost is completely out. And leaving a piece of skin at the end. So you can see the snake is going away, but this piece of skin is staying. And this is in fact a perfect shed. A lot of muscles are involved in this, as you can see. I will just keep the skin in peace so he can just pull himself out. And as you can see, with little help from me, and he could have done this by himself, but just for the sake of time, we have a perfect shed. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.